Catalyst users aren't meta. And that kinda sucks because two of my favorite characters, Ningguang and Lisa, are actually Catalyst users. And I find these two Catalyst users to be some of the most fun characters in Genshin. The thing I noticed is that Catalyst users just aren't that good, and there's just a whole entire trend of them being kinda low on the usage rates. Now I'm gonna put up on screen the new Spirobus usage rates that were on GenshinLab.com. Now if we look at the top 10, there's not one singular Catalyst user. And if we go up to the top 20, then there are finally Kokomi and Mona in the top 20 of usage rates of the characters. I'm not over here to say Catalyst users are bad or anything, because every character has their place in the teams. If you take a look at the characters in Genshin who are Catalyst users, of course there's Kokomi and Mona, who benefit greatly from being in freeze teams and get their fair share. Sucrose is really good for boosting elemental mastery and sets at team comms like the 4-star team, Sucrose, Xingqiu, Beidou, and Iona. And my personal favorite, Ningguang, is definitely an A-tier damage dealer, but she is doing that little something to make her do even more damage that she already does to be on par with other DPSs. Lisa's really good at defense shredding in teams with Electro, and then Yanfei is a pretty good power damage dealer, and if you get C4 Yanfei, you can play support Yanfei, which can have a really tanky shield. The only Catalyst users I say are probably bad at the moment are Barbara and Klee. Of course, you can make these two characters absolute godly with high tier investment, but for regular players, they probably wouldn't build these two characters. So as you can see, most of the Catalyst users are pretty good, but why do you believe that they aren't meta? My first reasoning is that there are just not enough Catalyst users that they've been adding in Genshin. If we take a look at the character registry, we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Catalyst users inside of Genshin. And if we take a look at other characters, we see that there's 10 bow users, 9 sword users, 9 claymore users, and also 9 polearm users. Now I know that's only one less than most of the other categories, but hear me out. When the game first started, the Vinci banner ran, and then the Klee banner ran. And then they didn't add another Catalyst user for so long until Yanfei, which was a 4-star, was introduced. I mean, Yanfei is really good and all, but you're not gonna see 5 million damage with a Yanfei or something. And then the most recent Catalyst user, Kokomi, was added when Inazuma launched, but you guys probably know what happened when Kokomi was out. Everyone hated her, everyone thinks she sucks, they were just calling her 5-star Barbara, it was all over the place. Nobody liked her, and that actually kinda sucks for Catalyst users because they aren't getting that many characters, but the characters that do get added get power crept, or they just aren't good. Looking at you, Klee, and Kokomi. So I think they need to add a new Catalyst user that will do massive damage, or be in an amazing support role, kinda like Mona. Now in 2.5, Yae Miko is coming out, but I haven't seen anything myself, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a Catalyst user. What is Yae Miko gonna do, pull up with a claymore? I don't think so. So when Yae Miko comes out, I hope she's gonna be a great DPS or an amazing support, because I really want to see another Catalyst user into the meta. But this is actually a perfect segue into my next reason why Catalyst users aren't meta, is that the 5-star options are lacking. From the looks of the usage rates in Spiral Abyss charts, we can see that the most used characters have swords, polearms, and bows. Now the reasoning for that is they keep coming out with these type of characters, which in turn will make them make more of those 5-star weapons, and those 5-star weapons just keep getting better and better. And since they haven't been adding many Catalyst users, their weapon choices are just lackluster compared to all the new OP ones. When Kokomi came out, they added the Everlast Moonglow, which is literally only good for Kokomi or Barbara, but most of the time, very few people actually use Barbara. Because if you look at my chart, Barbara, Yanfei, Klee, Lisa, and even Ningguang aren't even on there. Now if we go to the in-game archive and press equipment, we can take a look at all the weapons inside of Genshin. Now of course there are some good options for Catalyst users for 4-stars like the Wind Sith, the Solar Pearl, Sacrificial Fragments for Sucrose, Turtle Coattails, but most of the other ones are pretty alright. And since we know that the most used weapon types are sword, polearms, and bows, we can actually take a look at all the 5-star weapons that were introduced. I think sword users are greatly benefited because they have the Primordial Jade Cutter, they have the Freedom Sworn, and they also have the Mist Splitter with Forge. These are insanely OP weapons for sword users, so that definitely gives them a huge bump in the usage rates and the damage. Aquila Favonia is also really good for Bennett because it's a high space attack weapon in the 5-star category, and it helps him boost his other teammates' damage by a lot. And if we take a look at the Polearm uses, they have the Primordial J-Wing Spear, they have the Staff of Homa, which is arguably known as the best weapon inside of Genshin, they have the Engulfing Lightning, and on top of that, they even have the new Calamity Queller. So Polearm users definitely have a good range of 5-star weapons to use to boost their damage. And then lastly, we have the 5-star bows. Skyward Harps is known as the most universal weapon for all bow users. The energy for the end could be put on Venti, Diana, or Official, and boost your other teammates' attack by a crap ton as well. And then the Thundering Pulse and Polar Star are both weapons that do insane damage, and both of these weapons also have crit substats, which are very beneficial. Now if you take a look at the Catalyst though, Catalyst users only have 4 5-star weapons, and one of them is practically only used on one of those Catalyst users. The Lost Player, Skyward Atlas, and Memory of Dust are pretty okay weapons. I mean, they're definitely good. They're definitely the best weapons for DPS users of Catalyst. But compared to all the other new and crazy weapons that the other weapon types have been getting, the Catalyst has just been lacking behind. They had 3 5-star weapons for most of the game, and then Everlast Moonglow was finally added, and then nothing really happened. So the next thing Catalyst users need to make a meta in future updates is that they need to add more 5-star weapons that will start being on par with all these new other crazy swords, polearms, and bows. Cause these Catalysts are kinda lacking a lot. And once again, Yae Miko is coming out and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a Catalyst, so I'm hoping that they will bring an insane 5-star damage dealing or support Catalyst. Oh, that would be so good for Catalyst users. That would literally help bump all the Catalyst DPS like Ningguang, Yanfei's, or even main DPS Lisa if you want to run it. So I'm just hoping and praying that actually happens, because if that 5-star Catalyst is insane for damage dealers, I think I'm gonna have to roll on it for my Ningguang. I'm sorry. But anyway guys, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know how you guys feel down in the comments, because I love Catalyst users and it kind of sucks to see them not being used at all. But that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.